You have been sold a lie. Fat loss isn't just about eating less and moving more. There are daily habits that you are probably doing right now that are quietly sabotaging your progress without you even realizing it. I'm an ER doc, former military special ops guy, and father of four, and I have watched hundreds of men seemingly do everything right and still struggle to lose the gut. The good news, the fix isn't complicated. It's just knowing which 5 everyday habits are wrecking your results so that you can find them and kick them to the curb and finally start seeing a glimpse of those sweet, sweet abs. So let's kick this off with the first habit that's quietly killing the progress of 50% of the world's population every night: poor sleep. You can crush workouts, eat clean, and still stay fat if you're not sleeping right. Most guys don't realize bad sleep is like pouring water on the fat loss fire. You burn less fat, you crave more shitty food, and you tank your testosterone literally overnight. Early in my medical career, I'd go days with very little sleep. At first, I thought I could just muscle through it the way I did when I was younger. But after a few months, I was getting softer and slower and starting to look older than my actual age. Studies show that even one night of poor sleep can drop your testosterone by up to 15%. Less testosterone means slower recovery, less muscle, and less fat burning. Your hunger hormones go wild too, pushing you towards carbs and sugar just to stay awake. So, how do you fix it? Think about your bedroom like a cave: dark, cool, and quiet. Set a bedtime alarm instead of just a morning alarm, and when it goes off, kill the screens, dim the lights, and go to bed. No late night scrolling on your phone, no TV just for a bit. Sleep is not a luxury. It is the most essential foundational thing that you can do to improve your health. And it is literally the easiest 10x task you will ever do. I mean, I am literally telling you to just go to bed. Not hard. Do it even for a few nights and you'll notice a dramatic difference in how you feel. It makes everything else so much easier. The next habit is one most guys know they need to kick, but they fight me on it every step of the way. If you've been watching my content for a while, then you know I am all about bringing you real, simple, actionable health tactics to optimize your life. But what I put in each of these videos is only a small portion of what is inside the Built for Life executive course. It covers health from every angle, helping you get off your meds, reverse chronic medical conditions, boost your testosterone, strip off fat, build muscle, and add healthy years to your life. You can have access to it right now using the link below. Habit number 2, alcohol. You will never optimize your health or get the body you want if you keep filling it with poison. Most guys underestimate just how much alcohol slows down fat loss. It is not just calories, it is the actual booze and what it does to your hormones and your recovery. Every drink you have basically tells your body to stop burning fat because it has to deal with the toxin first. While your liver is busy clearing alcohol, fat burning grinds to a halt, muscle building and testosterone production stops, and your sleep literally suffers. Do that for a few nights a week, and you've basically hit the brakes on your metabolism. When I was in special operations, alcohol was part of the culture, sadly. Post mission, post training, post anything, you could find a drink in our hands. But as I got older, I noticed it started making me fat, and my recovery sucked, and my sleep was shit. Even 2 or 3 beers a week added up. And don't fall for the healthy drinks either. Wine, cocktails, whiskey, they all hit the system the same. Your sleep suffers, your testosterone drops, and your hunger spikes the next day. There is no amount of alcohol that is good for you. There is no recommended number of drinks per day. The studies that showed 2 glasses of wine per night was healthy was complete bullshit. The thing that was healthy was the grapes, not the alcohol. This has been proven over and over again. So here's the fix. Stop drinking. Yeah, I know that may piss you off, but that's the answer. If you are determined to drink, just know the consequences. Nobody is going to spank you for drinking. You're a big boy now. That's your job. I'm just here to give you the knowledge. What you do with it is your choice. Try cutting out alcohol completely for 2 weeks and see what happens. Your sleep is almost surely going to improve, then energy, and then fat loss. Quick caveat though, if you are a heavy drinker, you need to taper off the drinking slowly. If you cut it off all at once, you can have severe withdrawals, which can result in seizures and possibly even death, so cut down slowly. But even if you clean up your sleep and you skip the booze, this next one will still wreck your results, and it's probably the most common thing that everyone gets wrong. But before I tell you what it is, in exchange for this free video you are watching, can you do me a massive solid and just click the subscribe and thumbs up button below the video? That's all I ask. Easy day. If you actually did it, I appreciate you, mate. Habit number 3, short-term thinking. Most guys kill their fat loss goals because they're thinking in days not years. They'll crush a workout, eat clean for a few days, and then they look in the mirror and they get pissed that their abs aren't showing yet. Or they'll down a few slices of pizza thinking it's just one night, and then the next day they still look fine, so they think they got away with it. But that pizza doesn't show up on your waistline tomorrow. It shows up in 3 weeks. Same way the workout you did today won't show up in the mirror for another month. That's the trap. Just like the rest of our modern life, we expect instant results and ignore delayed consequences. The body doesn't work that fast. While technology has progressed to allow you to basically do anything you want within seconds or get anything you want delivered within days, the body is still moving at the same pace it did 1 million years ago. This is not something that you can force either. People vastly overestimate what they can do in a week and completely underestimate what they can accomplish in a year. All of my careers have been built on delayed payoff. Special operations, I trained for 2 years before my first deployment. Special agent, I applied and trained for 2 years before being operational. ER doctor, I went to school and residency for 23 years before being the one that calls the shots. That mindset has built patience and consistency, and it's those same two traits that drive fat loss success. One of my clients, Damien, he started getting really frustrated when we were working together because he had only lost 5 pounds in the first month. And I told him, good, that means it's real. 3 months later, he went down 20 pounds. He was stronger, leaner, and off his blood pressure medications. And the only thing we changed was his mental timeline to success. So stop chasing fast results. Fast results are fake results. Think long term. Stack small wins, good sleep, clean eating, lifting consistency, and let them compound over time. You didn't get out of shape overnight, and you're not going to get ripped overnight either. Now, you're ready to play the long game. But the next habit is one that people almost unanimously hate to do, and it causes their results to suffer big time. And that is number 4, not tracking. You can't fix what you don't measure. Most guys just wing it with their diet and training, and they say things like, I eat pretty clean, or I'm working out a lot. But when you actually track it, the numbers tell a very different story. If you are not tracking, you are guessing. And guessing is why your results stall. You lose a bunch of weight, and then you stall, because what gets measured gets managed. Fat loss is no different. The guy I was working with wasn't dropping weight like he should have been, and he swore to me that he was only eating 2,100 calories a day and said it was all healthy food. When we tracked it for a week, he was actually at 3,200. You can eat as healthy as you want, but if you are eating too many calories, you are going to pack on pounds. I don't care if it's all from rice or vegetables. Tracking isn't about obsession, it's about awareness. And it's not that hard anymore. Use an app like MyFitnessPal, and it makes it super easy because you can literally just snap a photo of your food or scan a barcode and it logs it for you. It has never been easier. You can also track it by using a body composition scale like the Hume Body Pod. There's a link in the description to that if you're interested in getting one. Once you have data, you can adjust. Too tired? Eat more protein. Not losing fat? Drop 200 calories. Strength dropping? Increase your recovery. You move from guessing to actually solving the problem through data. And what I'll say is that going from 30% body fat to 20% body fat doesn't even require that much tracking because your body is really happy to shed that excess weight. Once you get below 15%, it gets harder and harder to shed the fat, and you will likely need to start tracking more consistently as the body fights to hang on to every last pound. So download an app and start tracking. Calculate your TDEE and subtract 300 to 500 calories to lose fat. But if you're tracking, this last habit is a sneaky one that will significantly slow your progress if you don't pay attention. Remember, if you want the entire plan done for you to lose fat, build muscle, boost your testosterone, and add years to your life, click the link below for the Built for Life Executive course. If you find you are not yet ready fully to commit to your health, okay, but you're still looking for some encouragement, I'll drop a free guide below to get you started. All right, habit number 5, overestimating movement calorie burn. Most guys think their workouts burn way more calories than they actually do. They'll crush a 45-minute lift or a sweaty run, and then they'll reward themselves with a burger and a beer. Problem is, that workout may have burned 300 calories. The meal just added 1,200. One problem is that your Apple Watch or your treadmill or your calorie trackers tend to lie inadvertently. They just aren't very accurate when it comes to calorie burn. They often overestimate calorie burn by around 30 to 50%. You're not burning what you think you're burning. And if you treat every workout like a hall pass for junk food, you'll stay stuck exactly where you're at. Your workouts are the spark, they're not the fire. Fat loss comes from more of a full picture: nutrition, sleep, and consistency, not just the movement. Think of exercise as more of a performance enhancer, not a fat eraser. The way I tell people to think about it is like this: think about health in three different buckets. Bucket one is how much you eat, that controls your weight. Bucket number two is what you eat, that controls how healthy you are. And bucket number three is how much you move, and that controls your body composition and your cardiovascular health. Now, there is a lot of overlap between these buckets, but this is the best way for people to think about it. The problem is, people are trying to use bucket three, movement, to lose weight. If they would just focus on bucket one, how much they eat, the weight and fat would come off much faster. So stop counting your calories burned and adding that much more to your diet. Calorie calculators already factor in your movement. If you are adding more food because you worked out, you are going to overshoot your calories every single time. When you stop chasing calories burned and start managing your inputs, everything accelerates: fat loss, energy, hormones, all of it. Now that you know the 5 hidden habits blocking fat loss, it's time to fix them for good. Check out the links below to get started and watch this video next because YouTube determined that you will like it. Until next time, keep moving.